Okay, so hi everyone and welcome to this video. So my name is Nikiti and I'm going to explain you these codes of Flutter. So last time we explored all these folders and their laws, and guys, so in this day's video I'm going to explain each and every line and help you understand how Flutter codes are written. So by this course, by the end of this course, you'll be able to confidently write your own Flutter applications with just a clear syntax and even a great understanding on your code. So guys, if you're interested, make sure you subscribe if you haven't, and also I'd like this video. So thanks everyone, and let's get started. Okay, so of course guys, let's start by the requirements to take this course. So there are things that you need to take this course. So first of all, there are extensions that you need. So in last video I taught you how to just set up the Flutter, and now I'm just considering to have Flutter. So the first one, there are extensions that you need. So you need the Dart extension, and the extension will help you, will be working as an inheritance of Dart. We're just helping you to add the Dart language support and also debug for Visual Studio Code. So next there is Dart syntax highlighting. So what is that syntax highlighting? You see that these codes are being inherited with different colors. For example, every opening have its own unique color, and this is also done with this library code, that syntax highlighting. So the next thing that you need is this one, which is the Flutter support and debug for VS Code. So this will help you to support Flutter and this work as an inheritance in your project, and also help you in debugging inside VS Code. So the next thing is the Flutter widget spinets. So this will give you like a previewed codes that we'll be using in order to just make your work more faster and easy. For example, there is FST full, which is a stateful widget snippet. There is FST less, which is a stateless widget snippet. There is scaffold, which is a scaffold. I'll just explain you most of this, what they exactly mean. And there are so many widgets that you can use. So many. There's some Dart related. There's so many. So guys, and the next, to take this course, there's one more thing that you need, guys. So you need to have a basic, maybe a background in coding, like in like JavaScript, like Java. So this will help you in order to understand everything, simply because I'll be saying things and you'll be just having a little familiarity to things that I'm just currently saying. So you need some basic on programming and also problem solving as well, guys. So consider that you would like our student for this course. So let's get started. Okay guys, so here we have a basic course. So in your creating your first application, you're gonna see some basic codes, and want to explain you what this code exactly means. So they may not be looking like this one that I have right here, but you just see some basic codes that are actually previewed. Okay, so the first thing you see here, guys, we're importing the package from Flutter, which is called material.dart. So this is a package that will be providing us a couple of previewed codes that we're gonna use in our development, so such as buttons, such as the app bar, such as the pop-ups, so many things. So the next thing we need is the main, and actually everything we'll be doing will be using classes. So here there is a class which is called main, and this is actually the main or the entry point of our application. So this will be returning a material app, and also this material app we're having argument title and also argument home, and this will be holding the name of the class, which is considered as the home of our application. But guys, for you to understand everything, so I would like to delete all this and just start everything from scratch by explaining you every single step that we'll be taking. Wow. Okay guys, right here we do have our class which is called main. I'm going to delete it and we'll be gonna create it from scratch. So we're gonna use st error. So because we just need the stateless widget, so as I told you, so you should have the extensions that I've told you to just include in your project. And this project will be having a name which is the main app. main app. And now the error right here is being resolved. So this is saying that use const with the constructor to improve performance. So this is actually a warning, but it's not really crucial. Next, here we have to return, but here we can just also return return the actual application. But if we just return just things randomly, so we not get the feature of this library. So that's why we need to just first return this library, so which will be the material app. We'll be returning material app. Of course, the material app will just get some widgets, some arguments, and these arguments, some of them are just listed right here, because we have an extension that can just help us to see this. But we're gonna focus on two main, so which is the first one will be the title of our application. So title of the application, and this title will be like test application. Guys, of course this title is not a title which will be displayed inside, so it's like a title in HTML. So that's how it works. It's a title that goes on the tab of application. Next, we need to define the home or the main widget of our application. So right now we don't have a widget that will be working like that, so that's why we need to create another class for this widget. So to create another class is can just use a new class. So we need a new stateless class, and this class will be known as the home, like this. And now right here, so we should also use the same name, which is home. I think now guys, here you got the point. So you'll be using the stateless widgets, and the thing you should consider is this return. Okay guys, so once this is ready, so let me show you another trick that we need to use. Now our application is using this home as our entry point, so it means that everything we need to do right here, we're gonna just return it into this placeholder. But most of the time we just can just consider using the scaffold, and this scaffold of course will be getting the app bar as the first argument. Where we define our app bar, and then we also use another component called app bar, and we're gonna just use that as a function. And inside our app bar, so there should be like a title, which is the title of the app bar, and then so the title should be holding a text. And actually this text is used like to display some content on the screen. It's just used for displaying text on the screen. Okay, so this will be returning a title, which should be a text title, and next after the output, so we do need another something called body, so it should be holding the body of our application, and this body should just hold something known as a container. And actually you actually know what a container is. So here they're just recommending us using this new format, .new, and then this will be having a chart. Yeah, so before we continue, let's first check what errors that we're just getting. So the first error is saying that the constructor being called isn't a constant. Okay, so of course the problem is here on the scaffold. Okay, so we should not add a const on this scaffold. So this was the problem. And the next guys, so as you can see that this upper is a function which is getting an argument called title, and then this title will be having a text which should be displaying this paragraph, and of course this text should be a constant. But actually, as I told you before, so this is like a warning, so it's not actually an error that can maybe read to our codes to not work, but they just highly recommend us that it's a best practice to always use this constant for displaying this element. So in case they give you an error, always should hover like this, and you'll see why are you getting the error. So of course this container should not have this .new. So guys, As you know that guys, if you just coming from the HTML, so an HTML code structure looks like this. So this is like a div, and actually you know that we just consider a div as a container, and inside a div there should be like a paragraph. So like this one, like here, there should be a paragraph and with a text. Okay, like this one guys. So this is actually looking clear. So this is the same thing right here. So just this container, just consider this container as our container, this container as the div, and it should have a chart. Here we define the chart that we have, and of course the chart should be the widgets. Okay, so maybe asking where are these widgets coming from? So of course all these widgets are coming from this material dot. Okay, so this is something I just show you as a reminder to remind you everything I'm saying right here. So of course this container should have like a chart which is like a text, and this text should be having like simply as like hello, and again we do have some we do have other some so, and again we do also have another warning. So this is telling us that this instance of container is unnecessary. So I'm going to tell you why. So you see that this container is just holding this text, and once this text can also itself go right here, and the content will be displayed in the same way. So that's why I'm going to show you another thing that you need to know. But right here, this warning says that we just also add a constant. Okay, of course, in some cases, me needing to hold things together. So there's different types of environment. So there is one what we call a column. So this is where things are open, are just arranged one on the top of the other, like how these lines are arranged. So coming from the first line up to the bottom line. So this is known as a column. And when you take like how these different words are being arranged, this is also known as a row. So they are also in Flutter, there are components that works like that. So instead of using this chart, so instead of using this chart, so let me show you the chart I can use, which will be helping us to just hold multiple children at the same time. Of course, you see that this container can hold only one chart because this is known as a chart. And I'm going to show you the when you use like a column, this will be able to hold multiple children. So we'll be having an argument called children, and will be an array. So if you know JavaScript, this is actually array, like, and also in Python this is known as a list. And of course right here we should just add the const, as they are just recommending us, so we should also add the const, but they're still telling us that this container is unnecessary, and this is actually the truth. So this container is actually unnecessary, so that's why we need to delete this container. Now you see that our codes are green and beta and still works as expected. So the next thing is to add some elements inside here. So the first like item should be a text, and this text should be having like hello world, and of course this should be having a comma to separate the different list items, and then should be having another text which should be having welcome here. Okay, so now you see that we build our basic application and in a simple way, guys, and then I'm actually sure that everyone is able to understand this syntax in front of you. So let's try learn this code and see how this will learn. So of course our app was already running, so we need to reload. Last time guys I taught you how to just run the app, so we need to reload this app. So to reload this app we do press the R command, but right here we are getting the errors, so let me just check everything. the error is right here on line 1. So we're importing uh, this dart which does not really exist. So I don't know where this line came from, but I'm really sure that it wasn't macros. So next we need to just run the Flutter application again because it have been stopped, and this is gonna take a while because it's just running on the web server. This is gonna take a while, so I'll be pausing the video. Now after running the server, so they give me an address where my app will be accessible, and I just copied this address and I also open this address inside my browser, and I just get a screen like this one. So that's everything that I did for now. Okay, so one more thing I need to show you guys is that now we've created something looking elements which is just a lens on as a column, and we can just add like a button. So to simply add this button, so remember we do have an extension that will be helping us for this task. So let's go to extensions, and we need this extension which is called the Flutter widget snippet, and we're going to check for different widgets that they have or components that we have for us. So as reminders, we don't just say components in Flutter, we just say widgets instead. So here they show us how to use this Flutter extension, but this is not really the point right now. Okay, so the first one is the FS4, and this is kind of for the stateful widget. But guys, I promise that I'll be explaining you what this actually, how different these are. So the stateful widget, so this is a widget that will be containing elements that may change at a time. For example, if I'm creating an element with a button where I say that when I just click this button, so this maybe this text will change. So this is a stateful widget, and when I'm creating a static page like this one I have here, so I'll be needing to use the stateless widgets. Next guys, let's see if we can just find a button right here. So we say FB here, so there is FEL button. So this is also known as elevated button. I'm gonna see how this button looks like. Okay, so here you're gonna add a new button, so FEL button. So we got this, so we just press enter, and now we just get the code snippet that we need exactly, but there's some few errors inside here. So the first error is right here, so this const is not needed. Okay, and then the next thing, we need to add something like this, the arrow functions right here, but still we got some errors. So let's see which error do we have. So invalid constant value, so we do have a quick fix, just remove the const, and the problem was the const up here. So let's just maybe do the backward and see. The problem was the const which was up here, because actually as maybe they just always tell us to just use the constants for this text, but in case we have used the constant on its container, so we not see the warning. But for the button, so this constant will not just work for the button, so that's why we need to delete the constants. And now everything is fine, but still on this text, so because we've removed the one on the container, so we need to add some another constant, unique constants right here, and then everything is now ready and it's working as expected. So the next thing is to roll the server and see if we just see the changes. Okay, we'll just go here and you see that they say that for more details you just press H, and to quit you just press Q, and to get the hot reload or refresh we do need to just type R, either caps lock or just small letters. So we'll just press R, simply R, and then it's performing the hot restart of the application. And now it took the 3.7 seconds, and then we need to reload this page too. So now it's reloading, so this is gonna take a while, and I want you guys to see how this elevated button works. You see that this elevated button is actually a beautiful button, guys. So this gives us a beautiful button, and there's other different names of the button. There's like a text button, There is another called text button. There is a text dot icon button. There is a text theme, text button theme. So there is so many, guys. You can just test out. And also, guys, one more thing, you need to just you also need to just make more research on the internet in order to just get the updates. So another thing we saw is another something called the airflow. For example, we need to create different buttons that are just arranged right here on the same line. Okay, so let's try it out and see if we are able to do that. So it's very simple. So we need to add another something inside here. So I think this button will be going inside that law. Okay, so we can simply use our extension where we use the airflow and just give us a full syntax for allow. And guys, because we've just removed the other button, so that's why they just giving this warning, means that we just need the constant to be returned back. And once it's back, I think everything will be fine right here. So now everything is fine, but here there's an error. Okay, so nothing long. And of course here we're just repeating the constants. We should just remove this constant, but this is a warning. Don't just panic for this one. So because we're gonna add the button again, so here we need to just paste the button that we just deleted currently, so that we currently deleted. So I go right here in the real position, and of course I need to just arrange this code. So I'm not sure if I just have an extension that will just help me for that, but let me just iron that for myself. And of course the other thing that I told you, so because you added a button, so this actually can being a thing is now fine. Okay, so one more thing, as I told you, we just added this inside a law widget. So next thing, we need to add more buttons inside this law widget. So let me just try out like Control C, Control V. So it's very simple. So I can just select this button and then I just use Option press Shift, or use Alt press Shift if you're using Windows. And of course I should just separate everything with just a comma. Okay, and now I just need to perform the reload. And now the reload is being performed, is ready, and then I need to also to reload my application in the browser. One thing I need to say is that right here we have a problem. These buttons are just attached to each other, so the only way to do this is to add like something called an element that will just be providing a space between them, and that element should be a sized box. So we should just add right here after these elements like this one, so like here and right here. So we should add something called like sized. Okay, so of course we need like commas like this one, and we need to go down here. Now I think everything is just ready. We're just getting these errors because the IntelliSense is still rising, and once it's ready, so we'll just see no errors. As you can see now, the errors have been resolved, so we need to add a width. And this width should have a key which is a double, means that a double is like a number. They just call it a double, but it's actually exactly a number, and this can be like 10, just like this. And of course they're just telling us that we should add a const, so but still here we don't need this comma. And one more thing, they're just telling us that we just need a const right here, so this should be a constant. And now guys, everything is ready, no more problems. So let's try reload and just okay, so we perform a reload. And after performing a reload, so they told us that we need to also reload the page. So page requires to be refreshed, and actually we do that kindly. And guys, because I'm not using Chrome, so it's gonna just take a while. And now it's ready. You see that we just got the spaces that we need, guys. So guys, this is all by helping you to understand the syntax of Flutter. The next video will be doing something, actually something which is real project, which will be like a real UI, user interface, and I'll be explaining you different features of flows, different features of columns, and so many widgets, guys. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. So if you're watching this video and just finding important, guys, so make sure you do like this video and also subscribe to this YouTube channel called If Snow. So thanks for watching.